A wonderful morning, afternoon, evening to you, our amazing listener from wherever you're watching us. This is Serenity TV. And of course, if you've not subscribed to our channel, I would want to plead with you. So right now, it's now a plea that you go and subscribe to our channel. My name is Faith Martins. Today's edition is a really fantastic edition because we have someone in the studio who is going to help us analyze this word called love and marriage in the spiritual, in the Christian, in the God kind of way. Today's conversation is going to blow your mind for good, not for bad. And you're going to definitely cater away lots of beautiful instructions and very wonderful examples and benefits that will help you in your relationship and, of course, in your marriage. My name, once again, I've told you, but I'll tell you again just so you can register it. My name is Faith Martins. Today, we are being joined in the studio by Bishop Stafford Nwaogu. Now, let me give you a little bit of intro about the person that is about to speak to us. He's a bishop, the presiding bishop of Praise Center Church International, a very prominent church here in Owerri, Imo State. Now, this is a man that has, how do we say it? A man that has poured completely into the state, completely into the nation, completely into Nigeria in his best way. And he's here to pour into us today, to talk to us about marriage, to talk to us about love in the way that you may not, or maybe you may have thought about or even, reason about. You're welcome to the studio, Bishop Stafford Nwaogu. It's such a pleasure to have you here, Bishop. Welcome once again.
Thank you.
Amazing.
God bless you.
Thank you so much for coming. I love the attire. I love the bright color. It's everything and more for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So Bishop, let's talk about love. One of the things we know about love that stands firm for us is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, one of the sweetest things we know about love, or one of the things we highlight when we hear love, is John 3:16, the love that God gave to us through his son, Jesus Christ. Now, let's talk about love in a general setting. Lots of people have come to understand love to be lots of things. And there are lots of discrepancies when it comes to what love should be and what love should not be. So we would need a deeper revelation, a God-given revelation as to what love means and what love should be about in the society.
Just as you said, there are many controversy over what love is. And people approach it from different dimensions. But one thing is certain, that most people take love towards relationship between man and woman.
Mm-hmm.
But God has given us the right dimension. He gave his only begotten son because of his love for the world. Pointing out there that love does not come from elsewhere except from God. The reason is God is love.
Mm.
So he alone can give love. But unfortunately, we have this confusion because people think love can be inculcated. Love can be emulated. Love cannot. Love cannot be bought. Some think you can buy it with money. So, because it comes from God and not from man, nor any other source. And that is why a lot of misunderstanding. Some take infatuation as love. Some take giving as love. But love is more than that. Some classify love like the Greeks. They see love as they see sexual love as eros, and then philia, the kind of love that makes you be fond of a person or something. As you see fans over their own idols or celebrities. So they are mad about them and they see them that they love them. Then comes the other they call agape. They say sacrificial love. And they say it's the ultimate, is the final. It's not. It's not. The final is God-given love found in the book of Timothy. I did not give you the spirit of fear, but I gave you the spirit of love, of power, and of sound mind. I gave you the spirit of love. Love is a spirit. That is the climax, the ultimate when you talk about love. That is the one that carried the characteristics which the Bible was talking about in the book of Corinthians 13. It was talking about love is this, love is that. Love does not rejoice in evil. Love believeth all things. Love hopeth in all things. So when you look at what the characteristics of love, you start to wonder, how can man meet up with it? It's not possible, except it is given to you by God. And that is why our marriages are in shambles. Because God did not give us the law concerning our marriage. We viewed marriage, where some see marriage as a venture. Some see it as an investment. The gold diggers. Some others see marriage as a companionship. So many reasons why people get married.
Yeah.
And by the time infatuation diminishes, problem comes. Because what does not come from God does not last. It's not durable. It's just like riches. When it doesn't come from God, the Bible says it had wings. It will fly away. There is what we call durable wealth that comes from God. It's just like joy. Some people see happiness as joy. Happiness comes as a result of happening. When there is no happening, there is no happiness. So joy from the Lord flows. Nothing takes it away. No disaster, no calamity takes it away. It flows. It comes from God. It's durable. So love is what God gives for relationship. That relationship can be in the friendship level. Every friendship supposed to have this love I'm talking about. But most friendship don't have it. And that is the reason why friendship does not hold again. Friendship is based on what I can gain from you.
Exactly.
On what you can gain from me. And that is why by the time you relocate, I will not remember you again. You will not remember me again. That's not friendship. Friendship lasts. It's durable because it hinges on that giving love. The giving love is the highest. It's above agape. And that's the kind of love God gave to Jonathan for David. He believeth all things, hopeth in all things. He gave him love. Jonathan saw a very big pitfall. Jonathan knew he is going to be the next king. He knew it. He has tested power in the palace. He has tested royalty. So to tell him not to be a king is a problem. But he takes that love from God to beat everything hands down, break all protocol. The father was mad. Jonathan, what's wrong with you? Don't you know that as far as David lives, you can't smell the throne? Let's kill him. Jonathan said, Father, what did David do to you? He said, he took a javelin and threw at
his own son.
To his own son, Jonathan. It's even better I kill you. Jonathan, being a woman, he dodged it. And he went and told David, my father meant it. But before you go, let's enter into a covenant. Promise me you will not forget my family. Promise me, if I'm alive and you become king, I will be your second in command. Can you imagine what kind of love is there? What kind of state and situation is there? It takes something extraordinary and nothing but love. Love he has for this person. Decided to put aside everything. That's the kind of love God is talking about. You shall love me with all your heart, with all your might, with all your strength. The love continued, irrespective of the cost. It's costing Jonathan his seat, his throne. That's it. For friendship. Not friendship, the other friendship.
Relationship friendship.
I'm not talking about it. Friendship. You can see this friendship. Yeah. It has nothing to do with sex.
Of course.
It's this friendship. It happens between man and man, woman and woman.
Even man and woman. Without any sexual
without
interference.
it. Because it has nothing to do. It's a different thing altogether. It is holy, it's pure. No one cheats each other. No one thinks evil about each other. No one suspects each other. Love believeth all things.
Let me jump in there.
Okay.
Let me jump in. So, first of all, I want to say thank you. Personally, for me, I don't know about the viewers, if you caught something good for you, but for me, I want to say thank you because you gave an in-depth explanation of what love is. Now, this depth to your explanation is something I know personally, and it's something I've already pushed out there as my conviction of what love is. However, you gave meaning to it with the passages of the Bibles and the stories of the Bibles that you recounted, which makes it make lots of sense. So I want to say thank you for that personally. However, let us also highlight this love within friendship and what we have right now. Now, we've talked about what it should look like. This is how love should be presented. But we do not have something like that play out right now, right here in our present world. How do we begin to nip that in the bud? How do we begin to present this wholesome love you talk about so passionately? How do we begin to present the love that God actually wants us to portray? Not just among friends, but even among relatives and even siblings. You see so much strife, so much hate among, people from the same womb, and you wonder. So how do we begin to inculcate the God-given kind of love?
That's what I said. This love cannot be inculcated. It is given.
Okay.
I personally call it the giving love. You can't buy it. You can't learn it. That's the mistake we do. We try to inculcate it. We try to learn it. You can't do that. You see, when was it Amasa? From Saul's side, trying to cross over to David's side. David saw him. Is it peace? He said it's peace. The Bible says, and the Spirit of God entered into Amasa. Amasa now began to love David. David was his enemy because he's on the other side after Saul died. He's a general in Saul's army, very powerful man. So what am I trying to say? This thing is a spirit. One thing we fail to understand is that behaviors are spirits. When it is negative, it's coming from the devil. When it is positive, it's coming from God. That's why I said, I did not give you the spirit of fear. Fear is a spirit. I did not give you the spirit of timidity. I did not give you the spirit of lack of sound mind. I give you the spirit of boldness outside of fear. I gave you the spirit of love, and I gave you the spirit of sound mind or self-control. So we take these things as just ordinary. They are not ordinary. They're not ordinary. This thing is a spirit. That's why you can't buy it. That's why you can't inculcate it. All right? So if we want this love, we get it from only one source. God through Jesus. God through Jesus. The Bible says God is love. God is love and God is a spirit. So what am I talking about? I'm trying to let you understand that when it comes to marriage now, God's supposed to give the single female this love and gives to the single male this love. They began to love themselves and become one. They don't think evil of any other. They can have misunderstanding, but they laugh over it. It ends with laughter. It doesn't stick. So this love, each day, I am my wife. Each day, I will love her the more. She will love me the more. Irrespective of how she found me. Maybe I am a man of terrible K-legged. I'm K-legged. The love she has for me covered, he's not seeing the K-leggedness. He is seeing me. That is why now it's difficult for anybody to marry a blind woman. It's anybody to marry a crippled woman. For anybody to marry a woman that is bedridden. Because the love is not there. It's not there. You're looking for beautiful ladies, but you don't care for character. How can it hold? You're looking for a handsome young man with money. You're not looking for character. He that findeth a wife does not mean you should just find anything. He did not say he that findeth a woman. He said he that findeth a wife. There is a wife for you. It's scarce. That's why you should look for it. You should try to find it. And when you find it, the love between two of you will click. And then you become one. You don't suspect each other. Don't go and screw each other's phone, trying to see what happened today. She went out. What happened today? He went out. Who chatted him? Who chatted her? Suspicion. No, love does not suspect anybody. He believeth all things. So why we are not having good rapport? Why we are not having that needed fraternization? It's because of the absence of Jesus. Those of us who go to church, a good number of us, have not been converted. And those who claim to be converted were not convicted. So there was a wonderful preaching and somebody felt bad, felt guilty, and they call and the person comes out and confess all that needed to be confessed and goes back. That's not the conviction we are talking about. So John 16:8 said, when the Spirit comes, he will convict the world of sin, of righteousness, and of judgment. Three things very important. Of sin, he will not naked sin. Every one of us, those who are born again, before you got born again, you were darkness. You were not just inside darkness. You were darkness. That's a serious matter. And that's what we found in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 8. Sometimes you were darkness. Not inside darkness. You are darkness inside darkness. So Isaiah said it's gross darkness. The people gross darkness. So you can't distinguish, you can't differentiate, you can't discriminate. Darkness is darkness. You can't see white in the darkness. You can't see red in the darkness. That is why people play with sin, because they don't know what it is. So it takes the Spirit of God to convict to naked sin for you to see the ugliness of sin. When you see it, you say, wow, what shall we do then? See, in Acts of Apostles, the people were pricked in their heart. And they said to Peter, brethren, what shall we do then? Then he takes them to righteousness. This is the only way out. And this righteousness is not personal righteousness. It is a righteousness from God, which is Jesus himself. He will when you have seen and you see what righteousness look like, nobody, nothing. That's where Paul said, what can separate us from the love of Christ? Because you are convicted. You didn't take altar call because of marriage. Neither did you do it because of miracle. You were convicted. What I have been doing is wrong. The life I have been living is wrong. And it needed a change. Righteousness is presented. And you take it and become born again. It did not stop there. He will teach you judgment. Should you reject righteousness, this is your final destination. So a person who goes through such process, you don't deceive the person anyhow. The person moves to the level of elect. The Bible says, if it were possible, the elect would have been deceived. You can't deceive an elect. He's convicted. He knows what he's doing. And he stands firm. Come rain, come sun. So what am I saying is that when this love comes to us, we will not fulfill. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Now, the problem why we are not practicing or manifesting this giving love, number one, is we are full of self.
True.
The problem we have in this world is not Satan, it's self. That's what Jesus said. For you to be my disciple, you must deny yourself. Follow me. Carry your cross. That cross means cancellation. Cancellation. Remain dead. Every day. Remain dead. But unfortunately, many of us who are born again has resurrected self. So self. So that made me to give my own definition of sin. What's my definition of sin? Sin is promotion and defense of self.
Word.
Promoting and defending self. That's sin. My own personal definition of sin.
Oh.
So, because we are full of self, we envy each other. We are greedy. We are covetous. We think evil. We can barely, forgive people. We carry bitterness. Carry bitterness to the church and bring bitterness back to the house. How do you think God can be there? People wear good dresses, but they are stinking. Spiritually stinking. Wear bishop dresses, costumes, and what have you. Seriously stinking. Because of spiritual filthiness. What is the filthiness? Unforgiveness, bitterness, envy, jealousy. People don't see that one as sin. What they know as sin? Fornication, killing somebody, robbing somebody.
When they are bigger sins.
So this is the problem why we can't work together. That's why In marriages, husband and wives can't work together. They can't be one. They are just two that claim to be one. They can't be one. Why? Marriage is not just a union. In short, marriage is not a union of two equals. Marriage is a union of a senior and a junior. The junior voluntarily decided to be junior. I repeat, marriage is a union of a senior and a junior, and the junior voluntarily decided to be junior.
Not because...
No. Nobody forced the junior. Two of them before marriage were seniors.
Mm-hmm.
A man and a woman they are equal in the sight of God.
Mm.
The difference there comes as a result of marriage. So when a man comes, proposes, people don't even know the spiritual implication of proposing marriage and accepting. It comes to you, Angelina, I want you to be my wife. I want you to be my better half. I want you to be this and that. Will you marry me? Yes. Do you know what it means? Do you know what he was saying? He is saying, Angelina, from now, will you agree to be the junior while I remain the senior?
Mm.
That's what the marriage proposal is talking about. Will you agree to be the junior while I remain the senior? And Angelina didn't say yes. And when they are married, he said, look, I'm not a maid in this house. I'm your wife. She didn't know what you agreed.
Yeah.
You refuse to be junior. You want to be equal. It's not workable. The book of Amos 3:3 said what? He said, can two walk together except they agree? They can't work together except they agree. What is the agreement? Who will lead and who will follow?
Word.
If you ghastly accident, that's what we have in marriage. Two seniors. Drag.
And it ought to be one senior and a junior.
Very good. That's what happened. Some people don't even know that Jesus is our all in all, because he illustrated being a wife, illustrated being a husband. He's an embodiment of the two. When he came into this world, no one comes into this world without getting married to God. And when you fail to get married to God, you are a god of yourself.
Mm.
So for Jesus to come here to be a man, Jesus has to be married to the Father. It's not a gay issue, but in the spirit. And that is why you go to, is it 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1 to 2. What is it saying? That place is saying, God is the head of Christ.
Mm.
Christ is the head of man. Man is the head of the woman. See how the marriage went?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus getting married to God. Man getting married to Jesus. Woman getting married to man. That is why when you watch in Ephesians chapter 2 from verse 5, let this mind that is in Christ Jesus be in you. Though he was equal with God. But when he decided to come here, he did not claim equality again. He emptied himself and reduced himself and become a man. Mm-hmm. And went further to become a slave, that he might be obedient. It takes a slave to obey. No right thinking person just obey. It takes a slave to obey. He has to become a slave in order to obey the Father. And that's what Jesus did. If you want to be my disciple, in other words, you want to be my wife, deny yourself.
Become the junior.
Become the junior.
And I will be the senior.
And I will be the senior.
Wow.
Then you follow me.
Wow. That was an explosive session. I did tell you though. I told you today we're going to dissect the word love. We're going to break it down spiritually, and that is what you have heard today. Do me a favor. In fact, do all of us at Serenity TV a favor by sharing this video. I don't know about anybody, but this was everything for me. And trust me when I say I'm going to go back and listen to this particular edition one more time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
God
Bishop
bless you.
Nwaogu, for coming, for how in-depth you are. We really appreciate you. I personally appreciate you. I appreciate you most importantly because, like I said earlier, the conversation about love is something we've discussed several times. I've talked about it several times with my peers. And one of the things I keep on saying is love is not a mere word. Lots of people have sort of trivialized the word love, and that's not true. It is a deep word that means deeper things, and it is only people who understand how deep it is that should be allowed to use it. And you literally just backed that particular I would call it reserve that I have about it with your words and with the passages of the Bible. And I just want to say thank you for that. I'm sure you've learned a thing or two. Thank you so much. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you share this video and every other one that we have. Thank you once again, Bishop Nwaogu, for Stafford Nwaogu, for coming on this particular show today. Thank you so much, and bye.
Bye.